and I know we're almost short on time, but I was thinking too, and I did want to ask you this. There are a lot of people out there that had a lot of, I would say, early outward success or early public success, where, whether it was athletics, whether it was education, it could be that their family had a certain name or, just whatever the case may be. But early on, they had a lot of outward public success. People knew them. But then later, it was like success flipped from being outward or public to being more private. So what would you say to someone that maybe they did have a lot of success in their early 20s and everybody knew about it, to somebody that's in their late 30s, 40s, 50s, that now that success has become a lot more private? How do you kind of wrestle with that to know that that private success is just as important? What do you think about that?
I think it's tough. I'm not gonna lie. When you're an athlete, you're always in front of some stands. So it's like the work that you do privately always gets to be put on display at some point. So you're always continuously driven, even if you're driven just alone by the sport, you're also driven by the atmosphere of people saying, yay, da 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 da. And then you make this transition to where you are still working at that same level privately, but you don't always have a stage. You don't always have a game on Friday or a track meet on Saturday or Sunday to where everybody can be like, yay, I now see what you accomplished privately. It's a hard transition. I think the difference about it is you start to flip your personality or your mindset to realize that the private work that you were doing and the private success was always the most important anyway. Mm. Like everything that was a yay outwardly that you saw was really just a yay to your own internal self that you're just getting to see displayed in the earth, Mm. It's just a nice little, yeah, you did that work, and it's a confirmation outward. Now that you've gotten older, now you know that same confirmation is the same thing. That same power is out there. It's just in you now, and you just got to recognize it. So I think that's probably the biggest thing, is trying to make that mindset change, but it's probably the most powerful one for you to be able to see, like, that same thing that you saw when everybody was in the stands, coming to show up, taking their time. This is you showing up for you. It's the same thing. So yeah, I don't know if that came out clear as I wanted it to, but yeah.
I think that came out ridiculously clear. You really just gave us a word on that one. So I need to know that I'll receive that inward confirmation that has always been there, that the success or the yay now is coming from the inside. Like, ooh, that's good. So we're gonna come back to that too. We got a lot of nuggets that we got to come back to. But before I let you go, I do want to know, and the people want to know, what's going on in the upcoming future, or what's happening next that you're kind of are most excited about?
I'm gonna be as quickly as possible because I know we're supposed to speed this thing up. My next dream is to work with friends. I want to do everything, spending the rest of my life doing some of the most courageous things, having conversations like this with my friends, and us all being successful while we're doing it. That's my biggest thing. That's the next thing coming up. So, podcast starting. Hey, Natalie, Nicole is coming. I ain't got no link or nothing yet. We practicing right now. We're doing our private work, but the Natasha and Nicole podcast will be the next thing amongst other things. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, y'all heard it first here. The Natasha and Nicole podcast is going to be coming up next. And since I've already gotten her now to verbally, I have witnesses because y'all are watching.
Yes.
That we are going to be coming back. So then, of course, we'll have all the links and everything for you then, so you can go check out Natasha and Nicole at that time. But Nicole, thank you so much for this time. But again, this was the first time. It won't be the last, because there was a lot of key nuggets in there that I would love to come back and touch on in a different facet. So thank you so much for coming on. Bless you. And we will be so glad to have you. And I will definitely talk to you soon.
Coach, thank you so much. You do know how much you've impacted my life. Like, without you, there would not be a Nicole Monet Brown. There won't be a Hall of Famer. So just you bringing me onto this platform and recognizing me in the way that you have, and always saying, go, let's go, it's always important. So I appreciate you a lot.
course. Thank you so much. Thanks, Nicole. So you guys, y'all heard it here. Man, did you hear all the jewels this girl was dropping? I mean, I knew she got them in her, but I didn't know she was gonna come on here on episode 4 and just do us like that. So I just wanted to remind you again, hey, like and share this video. Please make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to the channel because there will be more like this. I don't know if it'll be as real and as deep as she just gave us, but it was on point. But we're looking forward to seeing you on the next episode of 15 for 15. Thank you so much for joining us. See you soon.